Hey man, can I get one of those single origin, fair trade, cruelty free, vegan coffee, extra fat, non whip? Cheers. You guys probably don't know about this coffee, but I've been having it for a while. It's pretty cool. You know what else is hipster as fuck? Film photography. How is it that film photography is like become associated with the most hipster things? It's because hipsters like film. And listen, I do not necessarily self-identify as a hipster, but I do seem to share a lot of traits with hipsters. If you look up the definition, it looks kind of like this, or this, whichever side it goes on. Okay, you got me. But is film just for hipsters? Is it just for the cool factor, the whatever? Or is there a purpose to shooting film anymore? I submit that yes is the answer to both questions. Yes, it's cool. Yes, the aesthetic is good. Yes, it's vintage. Yes, it's delayed gratification, like all those things. But also there are things that you can do with film still that you cannot do with digital. And therein lies the shift out of hipsterism, out of vintage to be cool, and into actually still a reasonable use as a modern technology. Listen, if you're shooting just 35mm film on like a regular 35mm camera, for all intents and purposes, you're shooting very expensive digital pictures because you shoot it on film and you get the vibes and you get the tones. But then you don't get any of the film benefits aside from those, many of which can be faked to some degree with digital shenanigans. And it will cost you far less than $1 a frame, which is more or less what 35mm costs to shoot these days, if you were to just shoot digital and then plug in like your Lightroom preset pack, which we don't have and we don't sell. I'm not going to sell you one of those. But on the other hand, if you're shooting any of the myriad, very different, larger or more interesting or different types of film or sizes of film, then there is a purpose. For instance, the X-Pan, right, shoots a negative that's actually much larger than you can get shooting your digital camera, even your medium format digital cameras. This negative is crazy. So it will actually out-resolve some digital cameras. Lenses be damned. Same thing with even like medium format. If you shoot, say, a Hasselblad, right, 6x6, or any of the other 6.6 cameras, and there are many of them out there that are better than Hasselblad, I mean cheaper than Hasselblad, you will get a physically larger negative than you can shoot on digital at all. Even the digital medium formats are way smaller than 6.6, let alone 6.7, 6.9, 6.17, 6.24. I'm looking at you, David Imel. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen his stuff, check those out down below because holy moly. So yes, film is a hipster thing, but it also has a purpose. If you shoot 8x10 film, you are going to out-resolve every digital camera ever, and you're going to do it in one frame. And yes, it takes you 40 minutes to set up and meter and shoot, but it's better. And you get an aesthetic with certain types of film that you cannot get in digital, not only from like the film grain and the colors and the way that those things get rendered, because you can kind of fake some of that, but in the bocaliciousness, in using the vintage glass, which you could adapt your digital camera, listen, if you really want the look without shooting film, you can do it, but you can absolutely shoot film and have it outperform digital. So Hasselblad X-Pan is a great 35mm example, and then every medium format size from 6.45 up is a larger sensor than you can get in a digital camera, and it makes a difference in how the images look. That's why I recommend you shoot film. That's why many working pros, like actual commercial, portrait, whatever photographers, still shoot film, because you can do stuff on film that you can't do any other way. Also, your vintage film camera looks really cool when it's swinging around next to your frickin' jean shorts. You know what I'm saying? I don't have jean shorts, otherwise I would have worn them for this video, but I guess I'm not hipster enough for that. Anyway, so, you know, if you want to like get your super short camera strap and your fancy coffees and whatever else Just like do it, shoot your film. If you're a hipster, great. And if you're not a hipster, also great. Welcome to the club. Let's all just go shoot some film.